been waiting for. The next name that I will announce will be your new Miss Earth USA, who will be representing the USA at the international competition this fall. If, for any reason, our Miss Earth USA cannot fulfill her duties, Miss Earth USA Air will take her place. Are you ready? Me too. Your new Miss Earth USA 2021, Maine! Means your first runner-up, Miss Earth USA Air, is California. Just wanna feel this moment. I just wanna feel this moment. Congratulations to Alyssa Clincy, our Miss Earth USA Air, and the new Miss Earth USA 2021, Marissa Butler.
Christina Aguilera. Oh, yeah, mamita. Dale, que es la cosa bonita. Feel this moment.
Congratulations, Marissa. You will take your first walk as Miss Earth USA 2021. Congratulations to our new court and our new Miss Earth USA. At this
My name is Ashley Nicole Lindgren, and I am your Miss Nebraska Earth. A little bit about me. I'm a two-time kidney transplant recipient, and I advocate for Donate Life, raising awareness for the importance of organ donation, and I believe that the number one most important recyclable material that you can recycle is human organs. I just graduated from the University of Montana with a degree in theater, dance, and entertainment management, debt-free thanks to academic and performance scholarships. I'm currently working as a pediatric dental assistant, where I educate young people and clean their teeth and teach them about the importance of dental hygiene from an early age. We have patients anywhere from a few days old up until late teens, early 20s. And my biggest passion is being a mentor and a role model that people can look up to inspire the next generation to leave a positive impact on the world.
Oh, we have some question about this role model
Yes.
in the future, in this interview. Before this title of Miss Nebraska Earth, have you competed in another system? Have you winning another title?
So I was appointed with the title of Miss Nebraska Earth. This is my very first time competing in the Earth system, and it's my very first national pageant. In the last few years, I competed in the USA system, but I felt that the Earth system was a great fit for me, as I'm very passionate about spreading the message of sustainability, especially to people my age that have the ability to make an impact, and a lasting impact at that.
Do you think your generation, because we are not the same generation, do enough to protect the planet?
I never believe that we are doing enough, but I think that doing one step at a time is a step in the right direction. My initiatives are one step at a time and no step too small, which a lot of people in my generation and the generations before me, a lot of them have the excuse, I don't have the time or I don't have the proper resources to live a sustainable life and to save the planet. For me, I'm all about making the change to bring forward those resources, as well as raise awareness to the small things that people can do in their daily lives that take maybe 2 seconds, whether it's turning off the lights in their room as soon as they leave, or using less paper, switching from paper bowls and plastic utensils to just doing the dishes themselves. It's really the small things that add up into one big thing that keeps us in a more sustainable lifestyle.
Why did you decide this year to join Miss Earth system?
The opportunity fell into my lap, and I'm one of those people that when I see a sign, I always grab it. I got a text from my pageant coach, Giselle Boone. She said, call me. And I said, okay, well, this is going to be important. And she said she had been on the phone with Laura Clark, who was looking for more women to compete at the Miss Earth USA pageant. And Giselle recommended me because she knows my passion and she knows my drive. And we had just competed at my state pageant the previous month together. And based on that experience, what she saw out of me, the growth that she saw, and the dedication that she saw out of me, she recommended me to Laura, and I was invited to apply. And then once I applied, I was accepted as the new Miss Nebraska Earth. And it all just fell into my lap in the most beautiful way at the most perfect time.
Which value have need a good Miss Earth USA?
Miss Earth USA needs to be hardworking and dedicated. This is not a ceremonial title. This is somebody that is out in the community making a difference actively each and every day. It's not something that you can just kind of push off to the side. This is a full-time commitment. And it's not just a commitment for yourself, but it's for your community. And you're making a positive impact on your community, on the members of your community, and on the planet. For me, it's about raising awareness for the resources that are available, as well as performing to the best of my ability, not just talking the talk, but walking the walk.
Miss Earth USA is a full-time job. Do you think you have the time for this code?
I do have the time for this. While I am working a full-time job right now, I'm able to balance a trip to Miss USA, as well as preparing for a national pageant, working with my sponsors, my pageant coach. I'm putting in the time and I am dedicated to my preparation. And after that preparation has finished, and once that preparation has led me to success, then I will be able to dedicate that time to being a full-time title holder.
And for this title, what is your platform exactly? Can you tell me more information, please?
Yes. So as I mentioned, my initiatives that I am raising awareness for are one step at a time and no step too small. This, because of the pandemic, it's not exactly realistic to be out in the community all the time. So I've taken my initiatives to social media, where my generation especially is very active. And I have a good following, especially of all my peers within the Miss Earth USA organization. And I'm able to spread awareness of the little things that you can do in your daily life, because that's what people want to know. They want to know how they can help, but they also want to do it in an effective manner that's also time efficient. So I've told tips like turning off the TV when you're not using it, unplugging devices that you're not using. If you have a room with 2 light switches or with 2 lights, keep one of them off. You don't need all the light in the world. Taking 5 to 10 minute showers instead of being in there for 30 minutes. These are things that anybody can do to help make a positive impact on the planet.
you become a leader for you to protect the planet. You become a leader for the protection of planet for your community. You say me, you use social media because your generation is very active on this platform. What do you prefer? Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok?
Ooh, that's a good one. So currently, my initiatives are being shared mostly through Instagram, and I share them on both my Instagram story and through public posts. But I also share them to the Facebook as well, because I feel that with Instagram and with Facebook, you cover all generations of followings. So you get that information to more people. And I feel that the more platforms that you're actively on, the more likely more people are to see it. I'm working on hopefully getting a TikTok running as well, because not only am I telling people how they can do these things, but a lot of people are visual learners and I can show them how to do them as well.
I'm too older to TikTok. It's not my generation. I like watch the video, but I can make the video. It's impossible on TikTok. Social media have a dark side because we have a positive community, but we have a negative community. You have haters, and some people comment with a bad comment. What do you think about the power of social media? Is not too dangerous for you, for the next generation, to live with a lot of social media?
I feel that as long as we are educating the next generations about the positives and the negatives and the dangers of social media, that we can lead it into a more positive impact. Currently, yes, there's a lot of cyberbullying, there's a lot of negativity out there, but I feel that if people are educated at a young age, then they will have the ability and the resources to not only prevent any sort of cyberbullying, but also to report it when they see it happening. I think that that's the most important part, is stopping it right when it happens and not letting it continue. I feel that right now, social media does have a more positive impact than a negative, but I'd like to see that negative get even smaller and smaller with time.
And have you been victim on your social media to discrimination or haters? No?
You know, personally, no. I during my college years, I experienced a little bit of cyberbullying, but it was never anything crazy, and it was something that I was able to end very quickly because I'm a woman that will always stand up for herself. And when someone is being rude or disrespectful, I'm always one to call them out and also report it to the proper resources. So I'm very, very blessed to not have experienced much cyberbullying in my lifetime, but I know that it's not the same way for all other women and other people around the world. So, what I do is, if I ever witness it for someone else, I make sure that I step in and I say, hey, your behavior is not okay. You could really be hurting someone. And I do what I can to end it so that other people are not feeling in any way discriminated against or put down. And I just want to be a positive light in the world of social media. That's why on most of my friends' posts, I'm always commenting, yes, you look amazing, go queen, I'm so proud of you. Because for every 100 positive comments, you could get one negative comment, but it's the negative comment that really gets your focus. But I want to bring so much light into the world that the negativity is completely blocked out.
I understand your behavior. You are the good behavior, because we don't concentrate on the bad comment, only the positive. It's interesting. You compete at Miss Earth USA, a beauty pageant. For you, what means pageantry?
For me, pageantry is empowerment and acceptance for all women. Women in pageantry are doctors, lawyers, teachers, dentists, professional dancers, NFL cheerleaders, athletes. These are women of such diverse backgrounds. And it's a place where everybody, no matter where you're from, no matter what you've gone through in your life, no matter what you are choosing to do with your life, that you are accepted and you are a sister. You're part of this sisterhood where everybody is uplifted and everybody's always supporting each other. And for me, I have made some of my best friends in the world through pageantry. And just the amazing connections that it's brought me has been so incredible. And it's really brought to light this whole world that I never knew about. And it's really brought back my faith in humanity in a way, because I've met so many world-changing women, people that are not just wanting to be not only wanting to create change, but they are actively in their communities making this change. And that's what it's all about, is making a positive change, not just say you're going to, but actually going out there and doing it and creating success for yourself and for others.
And have you some contact with other candidates at Miss Earth USA?
Yes, primarily through social media. I've been in contact with some of my fellow sisters that are going to be competing, and I'm very excited to meet them in person. I'm a very social person. I'm outgoing and bubbly. So the social media, it's great, but it's not going to feel real until I'm actually there, hugging them and introducing myself face to face. That's what I'm the most excited for, is meeting all the girls once I get to Orlando.
And if you could choose your roommate, with which state do you want to be a roommate?
I have to say, if I could choose my roommate, it would be Miss Hawaii Earth. She's the one that I've been the most in contact with. We hype each other up on social media, and she has just been absolutely amazing and so, so kind. I'm really looking forward to hanging out with her. We already made plans to go out to dinner.
You can learn something to Miss Hawaii Earth, because she is the first title for this girl. I have interviewed Miss Hawaii Earth, and she have no competitive before this title. She is very exciting by this pageant, because it's the first. You have some advice to give at this girl, but she's very nice. She's teacher. She's teacher for, she's teacher.
She is such a sweet, sweet woman. I cannot wait to meet her. I will say, if I had any advice for her, I would say just soak in every moment that you can and take pictures. That's another thing. It doesn't have to be, of you or the other girls. Just take pictures of the experience, because you never truly know the importance of a moment until it's already gone. So that was from the biggest lesson from my first pageant, was I didn't take any pictures at all. And I know, obviously, not being, we don't want to be on our phones the entire time, but making sure that we are able to capture these memories as they're happening is very, very important, especially in looking back.
You are in the competition. What is your best asset to win the crown of Miss Earth USA this year?
I believe that my best assets are my dedication and my resilience. When I'm knocked down, I get back up, but I'm also a woman that is willing to work hard and put in the time to be successful at this pageant. I've been working with multiple coaches, and I have been, I have not had a free moment on my schedule for a little while, I will tell you that. But I am willing to put in the work, and I'm already putting in the work. And women say that once I win this title, I'm going to use this platform to make a change. Well, I'm already out in my community making a change. Like I said, I don't just talk the talk, but I'm walking the walk. And I'm out there in my community teaching young people how to make a difference in their community. And I'm spreading the message on social media and face to face.
In which part of this competition you are the best?
I feel that my strongest suit is interview. And that's because I love talking, not just about myself, but about my passions. And I love talking to other people about their passions. And I love sharing that connection. genuine human connection is what I thrive on. And that's why it's been a little bit of a struggle during this pandemic. But now that we're slowly getting out of it, now that we're back to face-to-face events, it's just been such a light in my life. And that's why I love Interview, getting to share my passions with people that share similar passions.
And have you some fears before this competition, like falling on the stage, maybe?
Maybe a tiny bit. Yeah, I think my fear is, I'm used to wearing wedge heels, and we're supposed to wear like little stiletto, or not little stilettos, but skinnier stilettos. And I am a little worried that I might be a little wobbly, but that's why I'm putting in the work now so that I'm not wobbly on the stage when I get there. I will say I'm a little worried about wanting to stay up late with my pageant sisters, getting to know them and socializing, that I won't get enough sleep. That's probably my biggest worry come pageant weekend.
If you fall, keep your smile. It's very important.
That's right.
It's not my advice, it's the advice of Maureen Francisco. If you fall, keep the smile.
Right. You fall down, you get back up, and you do a twirl with it, and you hit your pose.
It's a good advice.
For sure.
Imagine you win the crown of Miss Earth USA. Which message to women do you want to pass during your reign?
I think my biggest message that I have always said, even before I joined the Miss Earth USA system, is if I can do it, you can do it. I believe that everybody has the power to be the next Miss Earth USA. They just have to gather the courage and the confidence to put themselves forward and to put in the hard work. Being a 2-time kidney transplant recipient, I'm not supposed to be here. But if I can get up on that stage in a bikini and show my beautiful scars, then anybody can do it. If I can have the confidence in myself after everything I've been through, then so can everybody else, and so can you.
If you win the crown of Miss Earth USA, you go to Miss Earth, representing United States. Is it a dream for you?
It is such a dream of mine. I will say the biggest part of this for me is the sisterhood, is meeting new people. But being on that stage, you just get this rush unlike any other. And yes, it's a dream to compete on the international stage, and winning on that international stage, oh my gosh, that's an indescribable feeling. And it's one that I can't even imagine, because it's somewhere I've never been. Just like this is my first national pageant, that would be my first international pageant. But I know that with the help of the Miss Earth USA organization, all their incredible sponsors and coaches, and pair that with my dedication and my hard work, that we would bring home that crown 3 years in a row. Because I know Marissa's going to take it home this year.
Yes, I think it's a back-to-back is possible, and cross the finger for this, because it's tomorrow. Tomorrow if Maida wins the crown. If you win the crown of Miss Earth USA, which first strong action do you want to do, like the new Miss Earth USA?
I think the first thing that I would do if I was crowned Miss Earth USA is I would go back to my old high school or my old middle school. When I was a young woman, I had no idea that these opportunities were possible. I'm not from what many consider to be a pageant state or a pageant powerhouse. So growing up, I didn't know that these opportunities were possible. But what I want to do is I want to act as a resource to inform these young women. These opportunities are available for you. And these are ways that you can go on to college, you can be successful. You make so many connections and meet so many like-minded individuals through pageantry. And I want to inspire the next generation to go after their dreams, whether it's in pageantry or science or teaching or sports. I want to encourage people that pageantry, the old stereotype is out the window. Pageantry today is about empowering women and to be successful and to be everything that you want to be.
At Miss Earth USA, we have no stereotypes because we have a Excel model with Miss Illinois Earth. We have somebody in the wheelchair in this competition. We have Laura have opened the door to all the girls. No stereotype, no criteria of gender. Miss USA this year have opened the door to transgender women. What do you think about this opening mind in pageantry? It's a good or not for the world of pageants?
I believe it is so good. I am an advocate for acceptance and diversity and inclusivity within pageantry. I served as the president of my university's official fashion blog, and I made sure that with every single blog post, with everything we posted, our content on social media, that we made sure that we included everybody that identifies across our campus. Everybody is represented. And that is what is important in pageantry. It gives hope to those young people that think they can't do it. But when they see a role model up there that's just like them, accomplishing their dreams, they take that to heart and they can say to themselves, I can do it and I'm going to do it. And I believe that it's a beautiful message now, accepting beautiful members of the LGBTQ and the trans community specifically this year. Because last year, the Miss USA pageant had their first openly LGBTQ plus contestant in Miss Utah. And I believe that it's breaking down barriers for all women in any marginalized community. And it inspires them that they can accomplish their dreams too.
I have a hard question. It's hard for all candidates. Who is your favorite Miss Earth?
I have to say, our current girl, Lindsay Coffey, she is my number one. And of course, I'm biased being from the United States, but she has just done such an amazing job as our Miss Earth. She's beautiful. She's giving back to her community. She's so generous. She's an incredible role model for everyone that looks up to her. And I can only hope to fill those beautiful shoes of hers.
What is your guilty pleasure?
I have many. I think that my biggest guilty pleasure is cheese. And I'm a person that puts cheese on everything. I love extra cheesy pizza, cheesy pasta, and just straight up blocks of cheese. Whenever I want to treat myself, I go out and I get myself a nice cheese board with, 3 or 5 different cheeses. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I could, if I didn't hold myself accountable, I could eat the entire thing in one bite. But that's probably been the hardest part of me, on my health journey, is cutting back on my cheese intake, because it's been my favorite food ever since I was a little girl. But that's absolutely my guilty pleasure. If I could eat cheese for every single meal, I would.
South Carolina is your sister because she has the same guilty pleasure in life.
I love it.
Are you a good chef in the kitchen?
I think so. I have a lot of recipes. When I was in high school, I took a culinary class, and I still use several of those recipes today. I will say, with trying to be my healthiest self, I've expanded my cooking skills quite a bit. I've learned how to make cauliflower dishes, and I've tried brand new vegetables that I had never even heard of before. And it's just a learning curve, because thankfully with the internet, we have access to an unlimited amount of recipes. So it's been an adventure in the kitchen recently, trying out new recipes.
And what is your best recipe?
So it's not necessarily a healthy one, but I make a pretty good Alfredo. So it's just 3 ingredients and it's extra cheesy, extra creamy, everything I love. And ugh, as much as I want to make it every night, I need to restrain myself because it's so delicious. It's better than many of the restaurants that I've been to as well. I'm very proud of it. I feel like I've perfected it at this point. It's very delicious.
I imagine it's not very good for the body.
Not at all. That's why I very rarely have it.
We say we have a dog.
I do. I actually, I have 4 dogs.
Which race of dog?
So I have a Maltese Yorkie mix named Ralphie. I have a Lhasa Apso named Ellie. She is 19 years old and she's still doing backflips for treats. She's crazy. And then I have a mini Australian Shepherd named Bingo. And over the summer, for a graduation present, I got a wiener dog named Hot Dog.
I love this name.
Thank you. Yeah, you know, people have mixed opinions about his name. Some people, like one of my best friends says, "Oh, that's horrible. How could you do that?" But most of the other people are like, "Oh, that's awesome. That's so funny. I love that name."
We have no dog at home because we have my last dog passed in a few months ago. But we have the kingdom of cats. We have 9 cats in the house.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about your dog, but wow, 9 cats.
Yes, my dog is very old. He's a retriever Labrador, and he have 15-year-old. She's very old. He's very old, but it's alive. For the moment, we have only cats.
Gotcha. Yeah, my very first dog was a yellow lab. She lived to be 14 years old, so pretty old for a Labrador.
Yes, yes. What is your favorite movie or TV series?
I have 2 favorite movies, Zootopia and The Greatest Showman.
The Greatest Showman. We have with Hugh Jackman. Yes, the actor is Hugh.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman. Yes.
Hugh Jackman. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't watch the film, but I listen the music. It's a great music.
Yep, the music is why I love it. The very first time I saw it, I was traveling to Washington and they had on the riverfront, they had this giant inflatable TV screen and I got to watch it on there for the first time. And when the song This Is Me started playing, I started like crying. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. This is so me. This is how I need to arrive at everything that I do in my life, whether it's a pageant or just showing up at school or work. This is me. I'm always going to be myself and I'm not going to change for anybody.
I have a question about your cosmetic. Do you use vegan or eco-friendly cosmetic and makeup?
I always do my best to always shop vegan and sustainably. I make sure that it's always full of ingredients that are, you know, eco-friendly, not tested on animals, anything like that. I can't think of the last time I bought. I think when I first started my makeup journey, there may have been a product that or 2 that were questionable, but that was before I took the time to educate myself. And now I make sure when I do go shopping for whether it's lashes or eyeshadow or anything, I'm making sure I read the labels and actually do research because sometimes labels can be misleading. But I make sure that I do my research before I purchase a product. And I actually haven't purchased anything in a really long time because about 2 years ago, I like really started hoarding so much makeup to the point that I just don't have room for anymore. So I'm not buying anything new until I get rid of some old stuff.
Like Miss New York Earth, do you promote the slow fashion?
Yes, I do. am a person that mainly shops. This is going to sound crazy, but I shop at garage sales and estate sales. And I actually found, not this one I'm wearing, but my interview outfit. It's a red blazer and pantsuit. I got it for $2. So you're not just, buying sustainably, you're not just upcycling, but you're also getting clothes for very affordable prices, which I know for women in pageantry is a huge thing for so many. And I feel like these aren't places that many people look for their wardrobe choices. But I also made sure that when I got my evening gown, I purchased it through Poshmark or through Queenly, because shopping secondhand is such a huge, it's so good for the environment, and it's such a good, it's also good for the community, because these women have these gowns that they're not going to wear ever again, and sitting in someone's closet is someone's dream gown. So it's one of my biggest passions. And when I was part of my university's fashion blog, we did an entire series all about it and posted it all over campus, showing people how they could get involved as well.
If you could design a perfect planet, what are you looking for? What are you looking your perfect planet?
My perfect planet is clean, and the people of the world are educated properly on how to keep the world clean. I feel that the words recycle, or like littering, those words get tossed around a lot, and I feel that people don't care enough because they're not taught in school or by their parents or their role models the importance of their actions that their actions have on our planet. I wasn't taught all that much when I was growing up in elementary school, middle school, or even high school about proper resources for taking care of our planet. And that's why I feel it's so important to share these resources on social media, because people aren't being taught it in the right ways. So we need somebody to educate my generation, the next generation, and older generations how to go about living a sustainable life, whether it's finding the nearest place to recycle all their materials, or whether it's turning off the water when they're brushing their teeth. It's important to make these changes for everybody, not just for those of us that really care, but everybody needs to do their part. Something that I have been advocating for and took the time to advocate for at my university was putting a recycling bin next to every single garbage can, because I saw so many students, all they care about is convenience. And I saw so many people, and this is one thing that happened to me, was I was very vocal about the importance of recycling, and this kid looked me in the eye, grabbed his plastic water bottles, and threw them in the trash. He made sure to make eye contact with me on that one. But I made sure to advocate for putting recycling bins next to every trash can, because that way, even if it's just 1 or 2 bottles or a whole ton of bottles, at least that way we're making a change on our environment and keeping that out of our oceans, out of our ecosystems.
Do you think this pageant is your last pageant?
It's definitely not going to be my last pageant, I will tell you that. This is just the beginning for me. This is going to be my 3rd pageant I've ever competed in, and it's the first national pageant, and hopefully it will not be the last.
What is your goal, your main goal in pageantry?
My main goal in pageantry is the same as my main goal in life: to be to leave a positive impact on the world, whether it's through my initiatives with recycling, or being a mentor, or teaching young people that they matter and that their dreams are attainable. I just want to be a positive light in a world that at sometimes seems to be full of darkness. I want to light up the world instead of just being another person that just, does the bare minimum. I want to go above and beyond to impact as many people as I can and to learn from as many people as I can.
You represent Nebraska. What do you like the most in your state?
The great outdoors. There's nothing I love more than taking my 4 dogs on walks and hikes and just being in nature. And that's what I love about my state is the clear blue skies, because, you know, not really from a big, you know, a big city or anywhere like New York or California or Florida. So I have the ability to enjoy clear blue skies and seeing the stars at night. That's what I love.
I like the same landscape. I don't live in New York because for me, New York is due to speed. It's the city of speed. For me, I live in Linwood near Atlantic City, but I move next year in Colorado for the
Okay.
mountain.
Oh, Colorado is absolutely beautiful.
Yes. And because we have office in Atlantic City and we have office for another company in Santa Monica in California, and I don't want to live in California. For me, it's impossible. We have two sun. I prefer snow.
Yep. I love the snow. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, driving in the snow, I'm not a fan of, but going out and, you know, snowmobiling or skiing and things like that, that's what I love about winter, and building little snowmen.
I love curling. I practice curling and I prefer curling to skiing because
Oh, yeah.
I'm not, it's not easy for me to skiing or to skating too.
Right. Yeah, I tried skating when I was probably 7 and I fell, hurt my knee, never did it again.
I understand. I have the same.
Yep. Yeah, I don't want to participate in anything where I'm going to break my kneecap. That's, well, I guess I could fall in my heels and crack a knee, but, you know, at least it's not on hard ice.
Have you some advice for someone who hesitated to enter in the Miss Us system?
To anybody interested in competing in whether it's the Miss Earth USA system or any sort of system, if you want to, do it. You can accomplish anything that you set your mind to as long as you work hard for it and you never give up. That's the thing. There's always going to be something that comes in your way, whether it's a family emergency or work is starting to get to you, you're working too much, or whatever it is. Persevere and push through, because I believe that everybody is capable and deserving of winning the Miss Earth USA title. But it always goes to the one that perseveres and the one that works hard and the one that is dedicated and the one that is making the most positive impact on her community.
What is the reaction of your family when you say them, I am implanting like a Miss Nebraska Earth?
My family was rather shocked. I didn't expect to compete in another pageant for at least another year. I was planning not to take a break from pageantry, but to take a break from competing. And then when this opportunity fell into my lap, I knew I had to take it. So I told them, and they're like, "You're doing what now? You're going where?" Because I've never been to Florida, and the fact that I was going to be competing at my very first national pageant was such a huge deal. Everybody, I mean, everybody was shocked, but everybody was so supportive. And I had so many family members that go on my Facebook and they saw the announcement and they were commenting and posting on my wall, "Congratulations, we can't wait to see your next adventure." So at first they were like, at first, I mean, specifically my parents asked me, "Are you sure you want to do this?" But I mean, as soon as I told them how committed I was, they were like, "Well, we're going to support you 100% of the way. You got this and you can do this."
And your parents, your family go to Florida for the national?
I hope so. It's kind of overlapping with a little bit of their schedule, and my mom is not a huge fan of flying and traveling. But I'm hoping I can sway them to come for a little bit. But if they're not able to be there in person, I know they're going to be watching online.
It's not the same vibe. Watching online and watching in the audience in live is very different. And for you, it's a different competition because you can receive a lot of vibe of your family and your friends. It's very different. But I cross my finger. Maybe your mother can fly on to Florida to support you.
Oh, for my fans, oh, I just have to say to everybody out there, thank you so much for all the support. And thank you for always leaving such positive comments and posts. It really means the world to me to know that I have nothing but support from my peers. And I cannot wait to show everyone why I am the most deserving of winning the title of Miss Nebraska. There we go. Show them why I am the most deserving woman of the title of Miss Earth USA.
You have winning the title of Miss Nebraska Earth. You have the title.
I have it. I won it. It's right here. I have it. I always have it. I have it right here, always with me. I just got it this week in the mail, and it has not left my side.
I have forgive one question. What is wow in your purse?
What is wow in?
In your purse, in your bag.
Oh, my purse is full of glittery pens. My nickname is the Sparkle Queen, so I have a lot of those little gel pens that kind of write with a little bit of sparkle. And it's also full of chapstick. I'm always making sure that my lips are hydrated, especially with the masks. I wear a mask every single day to work, so I have to make sure that my lips don't dry out.
And what essential item you put always on your bag and you cannot leave your house without it?
This is going to be a cliche answer, but I cannot leave the house without my phone. And it's not for me to have something to do, but it's to make sure that people can get a hold of me. With my job, I kind of have to be on call all the time. And then also my family is always trying to get in touch with me, trying to get me to, come to dinner or to come over and have a board game night. I always need to be in touch with my friends that live in different states than me. And I always like to be updated on what they're all up to as well. So I can't leave the house without my phone. But I'm trying to think of something a little more unique than that. But yeah, I have to say, well, my sparkly phone case, because I never leave the house without glitter, because that's kind of my call, or without any sort of like bling or sparkle, because being sparkly is kind of my calling card. So if anybody, like any of my friends, were to see somebody out in public and they're sparkly, it's like, oh, there's Ashley, found her. So it's impossible for me to get lost if I ever get separated from my group.